Hi, boys and girls. This video talks about how to find perimeter and how to find area of objects. Perimeter is the distance around a shape. If you look at this picture, Perry the perimeter bug likes to run races around a bug track. So they want to find out how far he's run. Well, the track is 5 inches by 3 inches. So to find out how far Perry runs, we would add up all the sides. 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 3 equals 16. So Perry the perimeter bug runs 16 inches around the track. Now, let's look at a few problems and let you try a few on your own and see how you do. Sally wanted to buy stepping stones to put around the perimeter of her rectangular garden. Sally's garden is 9 feet by 6 feet. What is the perimeter of her garden? You can draw a picture out to help you answer. Pause the video, draw your picture out, label your rectangle 9 by 6, and then solve for the perimeter of the garden. Now that you have solved your problem, this is what your rectangle should have looked like. 9 plus 9 plus 6 plus 6 equals 30. So the perimeter of the garden equals 30. Now let's look at another one. Can you help John? John plays football and wants to rope the football field off so fans cannot get on the field. What is the perimeter of the field if it measures 50 feet wide by 100 feet long? Pause the video, draw out a problem, and solve. Now that you've solved your problem, this is what it should look like. 100 by 50 would be 50 plus 50 plus 100 plus 100, which equals 300. So the perimeter of the football field is 300. Now that we've looked at perimeter, let's look at area. Area is the length of an object multiplied by the width of the object. So area equals length times width. When you're looking at perimeter, you're looking at the outside of an object. When you're looking at area, you're looking at the total solid surface of the object. Now that we see what area looks like, let's see if you can find the area in these problems. Michael wants to know how big his room is so he can buy a new rug. Michael's room is 10 feet by 12 feet. What is the area of his room? Pause the video, draw out the picture, and solve for area. Once you've solved, you may start the video again to check your answer. Here is what your problem should look like. The room is 10 by 12. So 10 times 12 equals 120. Area is 120. So, can you help Stephanie find the area of her porch? Stephanie was painting her rectangular back porch, and she didn't know how much paint she needed. When she went to the store, she told John her porch was 18 feet wide by 15 feet long. What was the area of Stephanie's porch? Pause the video, draw out your rectangle, and solve for the area. 18 by 15. So 18 times 15 equals 270. So the area of the back porch was 270. So now that you know how to figure both area and perimeter, let's see what you can do by looking for both in one problem. Alex was painting a rectangular kickball field in his yard. What is the area of the field? And what is the perimeter of the field if the painted field measures 20 by 40? You should draw out two different pictures to solve. Pause the video, solve your problem, then restart the video and check your answer. So, 40 by 20. The area is found by multiplying 20 times 40. And 20 times 40 equals 800. So the area of the paintball field is 800. Now, to find the perimeter or the outside measurements of the field, you are to add 40 plus 40 plus 20 plus 20, which equals 120. So the perimeter is 120. Now, try one on your own. Can you help Mark find the area and the perimeter of his stage? Mark was building a new stage for his music class. He needed to know how much wood he needed. If he was building a rectangular stage that was 32 feet by 8 feet, what was the area and the perimeter of his stage? Draw out a picture to help you solve. Pause the video, draw out your picture, and solve for area and perimeter. Then start your video again to check for your answer. So the stage was 32 by 8. So we multiplied 32 times 8, and our answer is 256. So the area of the stage is 256. To find the perimeter, we add the two sides together, 32 plus 32 and 8 plus 8. So 32 plus 32 plus 8 plus 8 equal 80. So the perimeter of the stage is 80. So now that you know about area and perimeter, let's look at a few things to review. To find area, you multiply length times width. To find perimeter, you can either multiply your length times 2 and your width times 2 and add them together, or you can simply add length plus width to find the perimeter. So, what are some things you might use area for? Well, if you're putting flooring down in a room, you need to know the total square footage to know how much flooring you need. If you want to put an area rug down, you need to know the size of the area rug. If you are painting a surface like a wall, you would need to know the length and width of the wall to figure out how much paint you need. What are some things you would use perimeter for? Well, if you're fencing an area in, then you would need to know the perimeter measurements to know how much fencing you need. If you need to frame a picture, you need to know the size of the picture, the outside measurements of the picture, so that you know the size frame that you need to buy or make. Or if you're looking at a window opening, you need to know the distance around it if you want to hang the curtains around it, or if you want to frame the window in. So those are just a few ways that you can use area and perimeter. Have a great day.